Most people have no idea that the most powerful healing meals ever eaten weren't created in a modern lab. They were documented thousands of years ago. The Bible isn't just a book of stories. It's a manual for the human body, filled with specific food combinations that kept ancient people strong, sharp, and full of life in conditions that would break a modern person within a week. These weren't just meals. They were natural prescriptions, designed for a body that God Himself built. A warrior eating in the desert. A prophet running 40 days on a single cake of food. A king recovering from a disease that doctors said would kill him. A community of 5,000 people fed with 2 ingredients that, together, work like a perfect fuel system for the human body. Stay with me until the end, because meal number 4 reveals a pairing so simple and so specific that it acts like a reset button for your entire gut health. People who add this to their weekly routine report better sleep, better digestion, and more energy within 7 days. And our number 1 meal, found in a single verse in Deuteronomy, is so perfectly and deliberately balanced that modern nutritional scientists are still publishing papers trying to understand how people thousands of years ago knew its exact secret. We're counting down today, from number 10 to number 1. 10 biblical meals that God designed, with purpose, with precision, and with your body in mind. Let's begin. We start in the wilderness of Sinai. The year is approximately 1450 BC. The Israelites have been walking for months, through scorching heat, across cracked desert earth, under a sun that doesn't forgive. Their feet are blistered. Their tempers are short. And in Numbers chapter 11, they start complaining. And what do they complain about? Food. Specifically, they miss the food of Egypt. And the very first thing they list, the very first thing on their minds, is cucumber. Asterisk, we remember the fish we ate in Egypt at no cost. Also the cucumbers, the melons, the leeks, the onions, and the garlic. Asterisk, Numbers 11:5 now, think about that. These people have just witnessed 10 plagues. They've walked through the Red Sea. They've seen fire fall from heaven. And what they miss, what makes them cry, is cucumber. That tells you something. Cucumber wasn't just a snack. It was medicine. In the heat of Egypt and the Sinai, cucumber, served cold or mixed with thick fermented dairy, was a survival food, a cooling food, a food that kept the body from breaking down in the most extreme conditions on Earth. The yogurt pairing would have been natural, fermented goat's or sheep's milk, thick and tangy, scooped alongside the cool, watery flesh of fresh cucumber. This is one of the oldest recorded food combinations in human history. Here's why it works. Imagine your body is a furnace. And inflammation, the thing that causes most modern disease, is what happens when that furnace gets too hot and nobody turns it down. Cucumber is about 96% water. But it's not empty water. It's structured water, the kind that carries minerals your cells use to cool down, flush out waste, and keep your joint from swelling. It contains a natural compound called silica that acts like a polish for your skin and connective tissue. Think of it as a light oil for the joints of the temple. Now, add the yogurt. Fermented dairy is one of the oldest gut-healing foods ever discovered. The fermentation process creates billions of good bacteria, tiny workers that live in your digestive system and keep the bad bacteria from taking over. In simple terms, cucumber cools the building and the yogurt restocks the building's workers. Together, this combination reduces internal heat, rehydrates the body at a cellular level, and restores the gut's natural balance, especially after stress, heat, or illness. Here is exactly how to prepare this for maximum healing. Take 1 large fresh cucumber, unpeeled if possible, as the skin holds the most minerals. Slice it thin. Add 1 cup of full-fat, plain yogurt, not flavored, not low-fat. Drizzle with a small amount of raw honey and a pinch of sea salt. Add fresh mint if available. Eat this in the morning before any other food. On an empty stomach, this combination lands directly in your gut and begins its work immediately. Do this 3 mornings per week, and you will notice a difference in your digestion within 10 days. This is meal number 10. Simple, ancient, and still perfectly designed. Genesis chapter 25. One of the most famous transactions in all of Scripture. Esau comes in from the field. exhausted, starving, on the edge of collapse. Jacob is cooking a pot of lentil stew. The smell fills the tent, and Esau, in a moment of desperate hunger, sells his birthright for a bowl of it. Asterisk, quick, let me have some of that red stew. I am famished. Asterisk, Genesis 25:30. Now theologians have debated the spiritual meaning of this story for thousands of years. But what nobody talks about is the food itself. Lentil soup in the ancient Near East was never made without alliums, garlic, onion, leek. These were the flavor base of every pot. You cannot make a proper stew without them. The smell that drew Esau across the field like a magnet, that was the smell of roasted garlic rising out of a pot of red lentils. This wasn't just comfort food. In a world without hospitals or antibiotics, garlic and lentil soup was what a family made when someone was sick, weak, or recovering from hard labor. It was the ancient equivalent of medicine in a bowl. Let's talk about what happens inside your body when you eat this combination. Garlic, when you crush or chop it, releases a powerful compound. Think of it like a natural soldier that your body can use to fight infections. This compound is active for about 60 minutes after you cut the garlic, which is why ancient cooks always added it at the end of the cooking process, not the beginning. Now lentils. Lentils are one of the best plant-based sources of what I'll call rebuild protein. The raw material your body uses to repair tissue, build muscle, and keep your blood healthy. They're also full of slow-burning fuel, the kind that keeps your energy steady for hours without a crash. No spike. No crash, just a long, steady burn. Here's the genius of the combination. The garlic sends soldiers into your blood to fight infection. The lentils give your body the building blocks to repair whatever the soldiers cleaned up. Fight, then rebuild. That's the allium defense. Prepare this as a simple soup. Boil 1 cup of red lentils in water with 1 chopped onion, 1 carrot, and a pinch of cumin and turmeric until the lentils are completely soft. About 25 minutes. Then, and this is critical, remove the pot from heat. Let it stop boiling. Then add 3 to 4 crushed garlic cloves directly into the hot soup. Stir and let it sit for 5 minutes before serving. This preserves the active healing compound that cooking destroys, that a squeeze of lemon over the top will help your body absorb the iron from the lentils more effectively. Eat this once a week, especially during cold season, and you are feeding your immune system with one of the oldest defense protocols ever recorded. 2 stories. 1 food pairing. First, the Book of Ruth. Chapter 2. Ruth, a widow, a foreigner, a woman with nothing, goes into the fields of Boaz to gather the leftover grain after the harvesters pass through. What grain? Barley. It is barley harvest season. The entire community is alive with the work of bringing in the barley. Ruth gathers enough to fill her cloak, brings it home to Naomi, and together they eat. This is a story about survival, about provision, about a woman rebuilding her life 1 handful of barley at a time. Now the pomegranate. Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 8, the same verse that lists the 7 species of the Promised Land, includes pomegranate among the gifts God promises to his people. And in the construction of Solomon's temple, pomegranates were carved in bronze along the tops of every column. 200 pomegranates adorned the temple pillars. This fruit was chosen as a symbol of the dwelling place of God, a grain eaten by a widow finding her way back to life. A fruit carved into the columns of the holiest building ever constructed. Together, they form one of the most powerful healing combinations in the ancient world. Barley has a secret that most grains don't. It contains a special type of natural fiber. Let's call it your gut's repair glue, that forms a thick, slow-moving gel as it passes through your digestive system. This gel does 3 things. It slows the release of sugar into your blood, keeping your energy steady. It feeds the good bacteria in your gut, and it gently lowers the level of bad fats in your bloodstream, the kind that clog the pipes of your heart over time. Think of it like this. Barley is a slow broom. It moves through your system unhurried, picking up debris as it goes, sweeping the interior walls of your gut clean. Now, the pomegranate. Pomegranate is loaded with what I call cellular bodyguards, compounds that patrol your bloodstream and protect your cells from damage. Research from UCLA found that pomegranate juice could slow the growth of certain harmful cells by a factor of nearly 4. The deep ruby color of pomegranate seeds isn't just beautiful, it's a signal. The deeper the color, the more active the protection. Together, the barley cleans the gut and steadies the energy. The pomegranate guards the cells. You're cleaning the temple from the inside while posting guards at the door. Cook 1 cup of whole barley in water or light broth until tender, about 45 minutes. Let cool slightly. Then top it generously with fresh pomegranate seeds and a drizzle of raw honey. For an even more powerful version, add 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil to the barley while it's still warm. The oil helps your body absorb the protective compounds from the pomegranate seeds far more effectively. Eat this as a meal on its own, as Ruth might have, simply and gratefully, twice a week. Your gut will rebuild, your heart will be protected, and your energy will stabilize in ways you will feel before you can explain them. But these 3 protocols, the immune defense, the hydration lock, and the cellular bodyguard, are only the foundation. We have only covered 3 of the 10 meals hidden within these ancient texts. And as we move toward meal number 1, the combinations become more complex, more targeted. Next time, we explore the meal used by the prophets during times of extreme mental and spiritual demand. It involved an ingredient so potent, it was once weighed against gold. If you want to be there when we unlock the rest of the Edenic code, then you need to join this community right now. Click the like button if you're ready to reclaim your health, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss the reveal of meal number 7. The body is a temple. It's time we started treating it like one. I'll see you in the next transmission.